Welcome to Explain, a series of health education programs published by the Patient Education Institute, the leading provider of interactive health education. This video includes general medical information and does not replace the medical advice of your doctor or healthcare provider. If you have questions pertaining to your medical condition, ask your doctor or healthcare provider. Cleft Lip and Palate. Introduction. Cleft lip and cleft palate are treatable birth defects. They happen when a baby's lip or mouth do not form correctly. Instead, the upper lip and palate are open or split. In most cases, surgery can repair cleft lip and palate. It can also correct the appearance of the cleft. This program explains cleft lip and cleft palate. It discusses their symptoms, causes, and treatment. Cleft lip and palate. Cleft lip and cleft palate are common birth defects. A baby may have a cleft lip, a cleft palate, or both. A cleft lip happens if the tissue that makes up the lip does not join completely before birth. This causes an opening in the upper lip. The opening can be a small slit or a large opening that goes through the lip into the nose. It can be on one or both sides of the lip. Rarely it can happen in the middle of the lip. Children with a cleft lip also can have a cleft palate. The palate is the roof of the mouth. With a cleft palate, the tissue that makes up the roof of the mouth does not join correctly. Babies may have both the front and back parts of the palate open, or they may have only one part open. Children with a cleft lip or a cleft palate often have problems with feeding and talking. They also might have ear infections, hearing loss, and problems with their teeth. Often, surgery can close the lip and palate. Symptoms. In most cases, your healthcare team can identify cleft lip or palate at birth. It may show up as an open space in the lip and the roof of the mouth. It may affect both sides of the face or only one. Cleft lip and cleft palate also may appear as a small notch in the lip, a split lip that goes into the upper gum and palate. It may extend into the lower part of the nose, a split in the palate that you can't see when the baby's mouth is closed. Children with a cleft lip or cleft palate often have problems with feeding and talking. They also might have ear infections, hearing loss, and problems with their teeth. A submucous cleft palate means that the cleft affects just the soft palate muscles in the back of the mouth. These muscles are covered by the mouth's lining. A submucous cleft palate may not be noticed until after birth, when other signs appear. These signs may include trouble swallowing, a nasal speaking voice, recurring ear infections. Sponsored by the Patient Education Institute. www.patient-education.com. Over 5,000 videos and interactive tutorials. Causes. Cleft lip and palate happen when the face and mouth don't develop properly in the womb. Normally, the lip and palate tissues join during months 2 and 3 of pregnancy. For those with cleft lip or palate, these tissues don't join completely or at all. Cleft lip and cleft palate most often happen as isolated birth defects, but they are also associated with many inherited genetic conditions or syndromes. In many cases, the cause is unknown. Many factors make cleft lip and palate more likely, such as family history. The baby is more likely to have cleft lip or palate if family members of the birth parents have it. Other factors that make cleft lip or palate more common include race. Cleft lip and palate are most common in Native American and Asian children. Black children are least likely to have a cleft. Sex. Males are twice as likely to have a cleft lip with or without cleft palate. Cleft palate without cleft lip is more common in females. Other factors that increase the likelihood of cleft lip and palate are smoking or drinking alcohol during pregnancy, obesity during pregnancy, diabetes during pregnancy. Complications. Children born with a cleft may face many challenges. Complications depend on the type of cleft and how severe it is. Babies with cleft lip can usually breastfeed, but having a cleft palate can make it harder to suck. It can cause gagging or breast milk to come out through the nose. Your healthcare team will discuss feeding strategies with you, such as using a special bottle nipple. Middle ear infections are common in babies with cleft palates. Over time, repeated ear infections increase the risk of hearing loss. Most children with clefts have tubes surgically inserted in their ears. The tubes can help prevent infection by allowing fluid to drain out of the middle ear. Problems with the teeth can happen if the cleft goes through the gum line. These may include small teeth, missing teeth, extra teeth, abnormal tooth placement in the mouth, gum defects. A pediatric dentist can keep an eye on potential or current dental problems in babies and young children. Speech problems can happen because the palate helps to make sounds. A speech pathologist can evaluate your child and provide speech therapy. The stress of intensive medical care coupled with differences in physical appearance can affect the child's emotions, behavior, and social interactions. A psychologist and a social worker can help you and your child find ways to cope with stress. Diagnosis. Usually, healthcare providers notice cleft lip and palate at birth. No special tests are needed to make the diagnosis. Before birth, ultrasound can sometimes diagnose cleft lip during pregnancy. Ultrasound uses sound waves to create pictures of the fetus inside the womb. Diagnosis becomes easier as the fetus grows. It may be hard to see cleft palate without cleft lip before birth, since the inside of the mouth is not visible. If fetal ultrasound shows a cleft, your healthcare provider may recommend amniocentesis. Amniocentesis involves taking a sample of amniotic fluid inside the womb. Amniocentesis might find a genetic problem that can lead to other birth defects, but usually cleft lip and cleft palate happen on their own. Treatment. Surgical treatment and therapy can repair cleft lip and palate and treat related problems. The aim is to enable the child to eat, breathe, listen, and talk. Surgery can also correct the appearance of the cleft with little scarring. Surgery can close the lip and palate. Cleft lip surgery is usually done before 12 months of age, and cleft palate surgery is done before 18 months of age. Surgery can impact your child's ability to eat, breathe, and talk, quality of life, appearance. Possible risks of surgery include bleeding, infection, poor healing, puckering of scars, nerve, blood vessel, or tissue damage to the lip or palate. This can be temporary or permanent. Follow-up surgeries to correct the child's speech or appearance may be done. Follow-up surgeries are usually done between age 2 and the late teen years. In cleft lip surgery, the surgeon sews the lip together. In cleft palate surgery, the surgeon covers the open palate with tissue. Your child may have other surgeries to correct the mouth, lip, and nose. Many children have other complications, but with treatment, most children with clefts do well and lead a healthy life. For children with cleft palate, ear tubes also may be placed in the eardrum during the first surgery to prevent fluid buildup in the middle ear. The tubes can lower the risk of hearing loss from repeated ear infections. Additional treatments to fix cleft lip and palate complications may include hearing aids, speech therapy, counseling to manage the stress of having so many medical procedures. Parents often blame themselves for their child's birth defects. Don't blame yourself. You may feel overwhelmed or sad. Find friends and family members to support you and your child. Your child also needs your support. Focus on your child's gifts and abilities instead of his or her cleft. Create a warm, supportive, and accepting home. Help your child gain confidence and independence. Your child may experience teasing at school or low self-esteem. Let your child know you're always available to talk.
If you like this video, please like and share. For similar videos, subscribe to our channel.
Summary. Cleft lip and cleft palate are treatable birth defects. They happen when a baby's lip or mouth do not form correctly. Instead, the upper lip and palate are open or split. Cleft lip and cleft palate also may appear as a small notch in the lip, a split lip that goes into the upper gum and palate. It may extend into the lower part of the nose, a split in the palate that you can't see when the baby's mouth is closed. Surgical treatment and therapy can repair cleft lip and palate and treat related problems. The aim is to enable the child to eat, breathe, listen, and talk. Surgery can also correct the appearance of the cleft with little scarring. Surgery can close the lip and palate. Cleft lip surgery is usually done before 12 months of age, and cleft palate surgery is done before 18 months of age. Your child also needs your support. Focus on your child's gifts and abilities instead of his or her cleft. Create a warm, supportive, and accepting home. Help your child gain confidence and independence. With treatment, most children with clefts do well and lead a healthy life. Thank you for using Explain.